On the outside, they look perfect, shiny, stylish, and full of promise. But once you buy them, reality hits. Water leaks, frame cracks, broken promises, and a bank account drained by repairs. Today, we're exposing travel trailer brands that have burned thousands of RVers. If you're shopping for your dream trailer, you need to see this before it becomes a nightmare. Let's get rolling. That shiny River XLR toy hauler might catch your eye with its spacious garage and modern amenities, but don't let appearances fool you. Priced between $27,500 and $34,000, this trailer has become notorious among RV owners for serious quality issues that can turn your dream vacation into a costly nightmare. The problems start almost immediately. Buyers frequently discover misaligned panels, poorly finished interiors, and fragile cabinetry that falls apart with normal use. But the real disaster is water intrusion. Leaks around slides and the roof are practically inevitable within the first year. These aren't minor drips either. They lead to mold, wood rot, and repair bills reaching thousands of dollars. The electrical system is equally unreliable. Random breaker trips, flickering lights, and power surges can destroy your expensive appliances without warning. Despite being marketed as tough enough to haul motorcycles and ATVs, the XLR's axles and suspension often can't handle the advertised weight capacity, leading to premature failure. Making matters worse, Forest River's warranty support is notoriously poor. Many owners end up paying for repairs themselves just to get back on the road, even for issues that should clearly be covered. While the XLR's wide garage space and stylish interiors are appealing, this trailer represents the worst kind of false economy. You might save money up front, but you'll likely spend far more dealing with constant repairs and downtime. The Keystone Bullet markets itself as ultralight luxury for families seeking affordable camping adventures. With prices ranging from $32,000 to $38,000, it promises the perfect balance of comfort and towability. Unfortunately, this trailer's lightweight construction comes at the cost of fundamental reliability and quality. Water damage tops the list of owner complaints. Faulty caulking and inadequate seals around the roof and slide-outs allow moisture to penetrate the interior, causing wall delamination, floor bubbling, and expensive structural damage. What starts as a small leak can quickly become a major renovation project. The electrical system proves equally problematic. Power converters fail regularly, lights flicker unpredictably, and entire sections can lose power without warning. Meanwhile, plumbing issues plague many units. Loose fittings under sinks, leaking water heaters, and failing fixtures create constant maintenance headaches. Perhaps most frustrating is the Bullet's poor insulation. Thin walls, minimal thermal barriers, and leaky ductwork make this trailer nearly unusable in extreme temperatures. Whether facing winter cold or summer heat, owners struggle to maintain comfortable interior conditions, making the unit impractical for year-round use or diverse climates. The lightweight design also compromises towing stability. Weak axles and substandard tires create dangerous situations in windy conditions or on uneven terrain. Combined with Keystone's slow parts delivery and poor customer service, even warranty repairs become expensive ordeals. Unless you're planning occasional fair-weather camping trips, the Keystone Bullet delivers more frustration than freedom. For decades, Jayco built its reputation on quality and reliability, making the J-Feather's recent problems all the more disappointing. Priced between $39,000 and $45,000, this lightweight, family-friendly trailer should deliver the dependability Jayco was once famous for. Instead, owners are discovering that even respected brands can stumble. The most serious issue plaguing the J-Feather is delamination, where exterior fiberglass walls bubble and peel as trapped moisture destroys the underlying structure. Poor sealing around seams and roof edges allows water to infiltrate undetected, causing expensive damage that often isn't discovered until it's too late for simple repairs. The plumbing system presents equally frustrating problems. Leaking faucets, failed under-sink connections, malfunctioning water heaters, and cracked PEX lines plague many units. These failures typically occur within the first year, right when you should be enjoying worry-free camping adventures. Interior components reflect cost-cutting measures that compromise long-term durability. Cabinet doors sag, slide mechanisms jam, and light fixtures break with minimal use. Despite marketing claims about four-season capability, inadequate insulation makes the trailer uncomfortable in cold weather. Perhaps most troubling is Jayco's declining customer service. Warranty claims face long delays, and many owners report dismissive responses to legitimate concerns. For a company that once stood behind its products, this represents a significant fall from grace. At this price point, buyers expect Jayco's traditional quality and support. Unfortunately, the Jay-Feather often delivers neither, leaving families with expensive problems and limited recourse. Walk into any RV dealership and you'll likely see plenty of Coachman Catalina trailers on the lot. Priced between $24,000 and $30,000, these widely available travel trailers attract buyers with their affordability and family-friendly layouts. Unfortunately, popularity and quality don't always go hand in hand. The Catalina's most notorious problem is slide-out sag. The slide mechanisms wear out surprisingly quickly, creating gaps that allow rainwater, insects, and cold drafts to enter your living space. What should be a smooth, sealed extension becomes a constant source of problems and discomfort. Water damage haunts this model relentlessly. Roofs typically need resealing within the first year, and corner joints offer inadequate protection against moisture. Even light rain can soak floors and cause linoleum bubbling. Shockingly, many owners discover mold growing behind walls after just one camping season, a serious health hazard that requires expensive remediation. The electrical system adds another layer of frustration. Faulty control panels, miswired fixtures, and failed circuit boards create ongoing repair needs. Interior components like lights, drawer slides, and cabinet doors feel cheap and break easily with normal use. While the Catalina's budget-friendly price tag seems attractive, the constant repair bills quickly eliminate any initial savings. The family-friendly floor plans might look appealing, but poor build quality undermines the entire camping experience. For newcomers to RVing, the Catalina appears to be an ideal starter trailer. However, you'll likely discover that choosing cheap up front often means paying much more in the long run. The Dutchman Coleman lantern targets first-time RV buyers with its appealing $20,000 to $29,000 price range and family-focused marketing. For newcomers to camping, this trailer seems like the perfect entry point into the RV lifestyle. Unfortunately, what appears to be a smart financial choice often becomes an expensive lesson in you get what you pay for. The most alarming issue is frame flex, a structural problem where the steel chassis actually twists or sags under normal loads. This isn't merely an aesthetic concern, it causes doors to misalign, slide-outs to malfunction, and interior panels to crack. When your trailer's basic foundation fails, every other system suffers. Construction quality throughout the Coleman lantern reflects serious cost-cutting measures. Cabinets, drawers, and doors disintegrate with minimal use, while laminate flooring peels and bubbles at the first sign of moisture. Even basic hardware like screws and fasteners are substandard and improperly installed, resulting in loose, trim, squeaky floors and constantly rattling walls that make travel unpleasant. Appliance failures compound these problems. Water heaters, air conditioners, and refrigerators frequently break down within the first year, turning camping trips into repair missions. When issues arise, Dutchman's warranty support proves slow and unhelpful, often leaving owners stranded with unresponsive dealerships and out-of-pocket expenses. While the Coleman lantern's low price initially attracts budget-conscious families, the endless stream of problems quickly erases any savings. For those seeking reliable, stress-free camping experiences, this trailer represents false economy at its worst. The Heartland Malard positions itself as the sweet spot between affordability and comfort, promising mid-range buyers quality without breaking the bank. Priced between $27,000 and $35,000, it targets families who want more than basic camping, but can't afford premium trailers. Unfortunately, the Malard often delivers disappointment instead of the promised value. Slide-out failures top the list of owner complaints. Electric motors jam, misalign, or quit working entirely, sometimes stranding families with partially extended slides. Many owners find themselves crawling underneath their trailer with manual cranks, turning what should be a simple setup into an exhausting ordeal. These repairs are both frequent and expensive, quickly eating into your camping budget. Interior construction reveals where corners were cut to hit the target price. Cabinet doors warp within months, hinges loosen with minimal use, and decorative trim peels away like cheap wallpaper. While the Malard photographs well for marketing materials, the reality of living with these components becomes apparent quickly during actual camping trips. Climate control problems make the trailer uncomfortable year-round. Air conditioning units struggle to cool evenly, leaving bedrooms and bunkhouses sweltering while overcooling living areas. Poor insulation and inadequately routed ductwork compound these issues, making the Malard unsuitable for extreme weather camping. When problems arise, Heartland's customer service often leaves owners frustrated. Delayed warranty claims and finger-pointing between manufacturers and dealers create additional stress during what should be relaxing vacations. For families seeking reliable mid-range trailers, the Malard represents a false bargain that delivers more headaches than happy memories. The Gulfstream. Amryite's rock-bottom pricing between $18,000 and $25,000 makes it irresistible to budget-conscious buyers entering the RV world. Its lightweight design promises easy towing and fuel savings, creating what seems like the perfect starter trailer. Unfortunately, this bargain basement pricing reflects bargain basement construction that quickly turns dreams of affordable camping into expensive nightmares. The most glaring issue is the trailer's paper-thin construction. Walls and roof materials are so flimsy that owners accurately describe living in a tin can with a mattress. Sound travels through these walls like they don't exist, while temperature control becomes nearly impossible due to non-existent insulation. Extreme weather turns the interior into either a freezer or an oven, making comfortable camping a fantasy. Roof membrane problems compound these issues dramatically. The covering cracks, peels, or tears within just a couple of years, allowing water to infiltrate the structure. By the time owners notice soft floors, moldy walls, or sagging ceilings, repair costs often exceed the trailer's entire value. What starts as a small leak becomes total structural failure. The undercarriage proves equally problematic. Undersized axles struggle with the trailer's length, while cheap tires aren't designed for extended travel. Bumpy roads create uneven weight distribution and premature component failure, making every trip a potential breakdown waiting to happen. Even basic interior elements like drawer slides, cabinet doors, and window shades fall apart during initial trips. For many families, the Amryite becomes a perfect example of why spending slightly more upfront prevents much larger expenses later. The Palamino Puma draws families in with its spacious layouts and appealing floor plans that seem perfect for comfortable camping adventures. Priced between $28,000 and $36,000, it positions itself as a solid middle-tier option that promises four-season capability and reliable performance. Unfortunately, once the excitement of a new trailer purchase fades, owners often discover that attractive marketing doesn't translate to quality construction. The most frustrating issue is inadequate insulation despite bold four-season claims. Thin walls, poorly insulated floors, and insufficient ceiling make temperature control nearly impossible. Even with furnaces or air conditioners running constantly, the Puma struggles to maintain comfortable interior conditions. Cold weather camping becomes miserable, while hot climates turn the trailer into an oven that overwhelms cooling systems. Water intrusion problems plague the Puma from early in its life. Faulty caulking and weak seals around windows, roof edges, and slide-outs create multiple entry points for moisture. Within the first year, many owners discover bubbling floors, swollen cabinetry, and dangerous mold growth, damage that often requires expensive repairs or complete replacement of affected areas. The trailer's internal systems prove equally unreliable. Plumbing failures include loose fittings, leaking faucets, and inconsistent water pressure that makes basic tasks frustrating. Electrical problems range from faulty breakers and short circuits to completely non-functional outlets. Even basic components like lighting fixtures and thermostats require premature replacement due to substandard quality. While the Puma's marketing materials showcase beautiful interiors and impressive features, the reality of ownership often brings buyers remorse after just one camping season. The Crossroads Zinger markets itself as the perfect balance of affordability and reliability for families and weekend adventurers. With prices ranging from $24,000 to $32,000 and an impressive variety of floor plans, it seems like an ideal choice for those seeking spacious camping without premium costs. Unfortunately, what appears to be smart value shopping often becomes a cycle of constant repairs and frustration. The Zinger's most damaging flaw lies in its poorly constructed slide-out seals. These critical components crack, shrink, or detach with alarming frequency, creating entry points for rainwater and road debris. Once moisture infiltrates the trailer, owners face the expensive consequences of floor rot and dangerous mold growth, problems that can destroy a trailer's value and habitability within months. Rust issues compound these moisture problems significantly. Entry steps, undercarriage supports, and stabilizer jacks corrode rapidly, with some owners reporting visible rust within their first year of ownership. This premature corrosion particularly affects those in humid climates or coastal areas, suggesting inadequate protective coatings and substandard metal components throughout the construction. Interior quality reflects similar cost-cutting measures. Particle board cabinetry swells at the first sign of moisture, while flooring materials bubble and separate under normal use. Basic fixtures like sinks and handles break easily, and major appliances including refrigerators and microwaves frequently require repair or replacement well before their expected lifespan. Perhaps most frustrating is the constant maintenance the Zinger demands. While Crossroads offers warranties, service responses are notoriously slow, and many legitimate claims face denial on technicalities. For buyers seeking worry-free camping, the Zinger delivers exactly the opposite experience. The Starcraft Autumn Ridge evokes images of cozy autumn camping with its rustic branding and promising entry-level pricing between $22,000 and $30,000. For many buyers, the Starcraft name carries decades of RV heritage, suggesting reliable construction and dependable performance. Unfortunately, this particular model demonstrates how even established brands can stumble when cost-cutting overtakes quality control. The most alarming problem involves roof structural integrity. Thin materials and inadequate support create roofs that sag after just 1 or 2 seasons of normal weather exposure. Heavy rain or snow, loads that should be routine for any travel trailer, instead create soft spots and eventual water infiltration. Once the roof fails, expensive structural repairs often exceed the trailer's remaining value. Interior construction reveals equally concerning shortcuts. Cabinetry and furniture feel hastily assembled using substandard materials and hardware. Drawer tracks snap under normal loads, cabinet doors detach from broken hinges, and wall trim peels away within months of purchase. Basic fixtures like sinks, faucets, and light switches fail with ordinary use, turning simple camping trips into repair missions. The slide-out construction proves particularly problematic, with alignment issues and seals that deteriorate rapidly. Mechanical problems compound these issues through uneven weight distribution that makes safe towing challenging. Flimsy tongue jacks and undersized tires contribute to blowouts and wheel well damage even during routine highway travel. While the Starcraft name once guaranteed quality, the Autumn Ridge appears to rely more on brand recognition than actual construction standards. What should serve as a dependable entry-level option instead becomes a maintenance-heavy burden that fails to age gracefully beyond basic weekend use. The Thor Freedom Elite carries the weight of Thor Motor Coach's reputation, a name synonymous with quality recreational vehicles. When this brand expanded into towable trailers priced between $35,000 and $45,000, buyers expected the same attention to detail and construction standards that made Thor famous. Instead, these smaller units reveal how rushed production and cost-cutting can tarnish even the most respected names in the industry. Slide-out motor failures dominate owner complaints, with electric systems burning out or becoming misaligned with disturbing frequency. Many owners find themselves stranded with partially extended slides, forced to manually crank heavy mechanisms or abandon their camping plans entirely. When motors fail completely, owners face expensive repairs that Thor's sluggish warranty process often doesn't cover, leaving families to pay out of pocket for problems that should never occur on premium-priced trailers. Premature frame rust creates serious structural concerns that compromise both safety and resale value. Critical components, including the undercarriage, tongue jack, and stabilizers, receive inadequate protection from moisture and road salt. Owners in humid climates or those taking winter trips discover visible corrosion within 6 months, an unacceptable timeline for any trailer, let alone one commanding premium pricing. Interior quality fails to justify the elevated cost. Veneered cabinets peel like cheap furniture, wall panel seams separate with minimal settling, and water intrusion around poorly sealed windows creates ongoing damage. Even name-brand appliances suffer from careless installation and minimal quality oversight during assembly. The Freedom Elite exemplifies the frustrating trend of paying premium prices for brand recognition rather than actual quality. Buyers expecting Thor's legendary standards instead receive a high-priced lesson in modern manufacturing shortcuts. The primetime Avenger attracts first-time RV buyers with its compelling combination of affordable pricing between $23,000 and $30,000 and spacious family-friendly layouts. For families eager to start their camping adventures without breaking the budget, the Avenger appears to offer everything needed at an unbeatable price. Unfortunately, this apparent bargain quickly reveals itself as a costly mistake once the inevitable problems begin. Water intrusion tops the list of owner nightmares, with roof and window leaks occurring due to inadequate factory sealing. These aren't minor drips that can be ignored. They're devastating moisture invasions that trigger wall delamination, floor rot, and cabinet destruction within months of purchase. What starts as a small leak becomes thousands of dollars in structural repairs that often exceed the trailer's remaining value. The Avenger's modern exterior styling masks the use of bargain basement materials throughout its construction. Particle board furniture and trim components swell and crack at the first sign of moisture exposure, while cheaply manufactured fixtures like faucets, cabinet hinges, and door locks fail with ordinary use. Slide-out systems prove equally problematic, with tracks and seals that misalign frequently and allow dirt, insects, and water to infiltrate living spaces. Mechanical components reflect similar cost-cutting measures. Undersized axles, brakes, and jacks struggle with the trailer's actual weight, leading to dangerous tire blowouts and suspension failures that make safe towing nearly impossible. These aren't minor inconveniences, they're safety hazards that put families at risk. Primetime's warranty support compounds these problems through mixed customer service, delayed parts shipping, and denied claims that leave owners stranded with expensive repairs. While the Avenger's initial price seems attractive, the true cost includes constant repairs, stress, and camping downtime that ultimately makes it a false economy. These trailers have caused heartbreak, stress, and drained bank accounts. Have you owned one? Or got burned by a different brand we didn't mention? Share your story in the comments. You might save someone from making the same mistake. And if you're ready to stop guessing and start buying smart, click here to watch our top 10 most reliable travel trailers of 2025. Safe travels, and we'll see you in the next one.